to the Guru on air. The YouTube channel of God in Itagbebo, otherwise known as the Guru. You are welcome once again. We are still trashing the issue of Abba Kyari, the Deputy Commissioner of Police, that is most likely falling fatally from grace to grass. As we said earlier, a very young man, handsome, professionally qualified. He picked up his degree before he joined the police force as a cadet officer, and he came out brilliantly, and he has been operating very, very brilliantly until the Inspector General of Police saw him fit to be the commander of his intelligence unit, and he was so appointed. And since the appointment, he has done very greatly that the whole world know. Even the Nigerian National Assembly and the House of Representatives poured their colleagues on him and glorifyingly, as the evidence of ground then would direct, justify all he's doing, and he was highly honored. For now, I want to believe that he's the most decorated corps in Nigeria. So the word super corps appropriately fitted him. We spoke in the first episode about his involvement in Hushpuppi. And before the Hushpuppi matter came up, he was seen fraternizing with people of suspicious character. When Obi Kubana buried the mother somewhere in Anambra State last year, very close to Obade, suddenly Abba Kyari made an appearance, and every person surrounded him. He surrounded every person. And during the investigation of the FBI, it was discovered that he even flew to Dubai on invitation of Hushpuppi, and they were in the car and they were discussing until other recording showed that Hushpuppi told him that, okay, I will wire money into your account, nominate account, and he nominated the account, though he was to say later that all he knew about these people, he was a fashion designer, advocate, because they told him that what you are wearing is good. That's not the issue. The issue is that why Nigerians are waiting for what the Nigerian government will do. Is it to protect what part of the North said the most successful incoming Inspector General of Police being derailed by Satana? Or, in obedience with the law, to release him to be taken to America to face the consequences of what is alleged against him there? Then a bomb larger than the bomb that was dropped in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, that ended the Second World War, was dropped on Nigeria. By who? By the chairman, the executive chairman of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agencies, NDLA, retired Brigadier General Buba Marwa. That the most celebrated DCP was caught in a trajectory that he was never expected to walk. That he was helping drug barons, making him a godfather for drug barons. And the NDLA explained the whole thing, how he went to Enugu, how he got some people with drug arrested, the pictures of these people that were sent to NDLA officers at Kano Airport, Enugu, and they were cleared before he got them arrested, and how he turned back to come and meet NDLA that, okay, I've gotten these people arrested, but we can do a deal. This is the quantity of cocaine they're bringing in. We can share it to this. I will take this with my team. You will take this with your team. And then the remaining 25% or share again to either 10% of the cocaine kilogram will be left for the people, but what will happen is that we will remove the original, we will put fake there, so that when they get to court, the fake, when they go to the lab, they will say it is not cocaine, they will be freed. The narration was expertly put. For the little I know about the drug, because many years ago, I wrote an article about cocaine and the drug, the movement of cocaine along the West Coast, and I was there when those 3 boys that were found guilty under the Bishop General Muhammadu Buhari junta, those 3 boys, Bernard, Hushpuppi, and what's the name of the 3rd one? I was with them at Alagbon. I interviewed them on record. The police released them for me to interview. And I was regularly playing draft with them until the judgment came. So I knew very much. And the truth of the matter is that movement of cocaine falls within the analysis made by the NDLE. But one thing for sure, is NDLE officials not involved? Because at the point of arresting now, the drug couriers had passed through all the security posts, including the position of the NDLA officials at that airport. Were they just blind naturally not to have seen that cocaine is coming in or is passing through us? Or could it be the amount of the money they got? That, I believe, the federal government, the NDLA, and the Inspector General of Police will work together to investigate that. But today, let us look strictly at the matter of Abba Kyari. Abba Kyari is now taken in as a godfather. Whoever is a godfather to a cartel of cocaine movement or hard drug movement is a trafficker. Is involved. The law will hold him. But the question is being asked, how come it happened at a time that Nigerians are expecting the extradition of this man to America? Was when the NDLA came in. But the question that will be asked to defray to some extent those questioning the trajectory is this offense lesser, being a godfather to cocaine movement, being a godfather to cartel movement, is it lesser than Hushpuppi investigation carried out by FBI? Which one carries greatest punishment? If you ask the question, then you will now want to conclude that, it couldn't have been possible that that thing is done, because this drug involvement, hard drug involvement, is even higher than what happened in America. But then the question will be asked, the Nigerian justice system as we know it, if Abba Kyari is charged to court in Nigeria today, the case may be there for the next 8-9 years. And what happens if some brilliant ministers of justice, or let me say, if some brilliant judges, like we have them in Nigeria, again, please note this, brilliant, take it with quote, it comes in the quotation. If they take, for example, it was Lieutenant General Oladipo Dia, when he was number 2 man to General Sani Abacha, who made the statement when they took over government. He said, we will tamper with the judiciary. And he explained to journalists why he would tamper with judiciary. And I was one of the journalists in that briefing that day. He said that there is a particular justice of Supreme Court he knows that in any case where he is a member of the panel of that case, he has 2 judgments, one in his right pocket, another one in his left pocket. And that if you bring the 2 judgments, the one in the right pocket may be against, the one in the left pocket may be for. And that if you're a sound lawyer, you read the 2 judgments, you cannot find fault with them. But the one the justice will pull out will depend on the highest bidder, amount brought for him, and he will pull it out. He said for this reason, we tamper with the judiciary. If a judge like that should come to decide in the matter of cooking and said that there are not enough evidences to warrant conviction of Abba Kyari. Abba Kyari would have gone free. Then in 8 years, would Nigeria now be thinking of, say, okay, let us extradite him because he was demanded for? It is for this reason that some people are saying, okay, this is good. Cool, I can. He's at home. So why don't you let him go to the America, face whatever he faces, and the judgment there, the number of years there will not be too long, and if he behaves himself, will get parole, and of course, once he finishes his jail term in America, that is if he's jailed, America will not have him in their domain. They will return him back home. Then when he comes back home, you can now say, okay, oh boy, you remember this thing was here the other day. Go and face it. This is the dilemma, a battle of morality and justice that Nigerians are undergoing now in this case of. Most are saying, let him go to America first. For example, in 1990, was it March, Manuel Noriega, the president of Panama, was picked from the presidential palace by America to come and answer queries of drug. And America found him guilty, and the man was jailed. British were waiting for him because he committed the same crime against British authority or British people. France was waiting for him. Last year, he had completed his jail service in America. Then British wanted him. But when British looked at the man that was coming out of jail in America, British saw that this man is closer to point of departure. If we pick him, he may not even be landing in Heathrow Airport before he dies. The British came with the suggestion, let France take him first. After France, he will come in. So this could be done. So a compromise will be reached. But at the end of the day, Marwa's case was good enough. And Marwa happened to be a man who give him an assignment, he delivers. Will Marwa now compromise his integrity that has spanned over years in order to back those gang that wouldn't want him to go to America to sow his hand? I don't know for now. But I want to see it that this man, the DCP, Abba Kyari, should answer. But in my own suggestion, why don't you allow him to go to America? Finish in America, the charges against him here will be pending. When he comes back, he will face that. This is what I call, with a question mark, Abba Kyari, a fatal journey from grace to grass is most unfortunate. It's a great tragedy. It has become sword of Damascus on the neck of Nigeria and Nigerians. The Guru is signing off. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.